I don't need to leave. After that intensive presentation, you don't need to leave.
Tomorrow, if you have time, you can do the practical for us.
Okay.
Now, before we interested to see,
yeah,
driver, you can come back and we'll be interested to see how.
Okay. Means yeah, if I have access to.
Yeah. So just to buttress on the point of the conversation that my partner, Mr. Alice, was trying to share thoughts around why are we in Base? We're in Base University because Domineum is one of the emerging companies trying to promote blockchain as a service and software as a service in the emerging economy. So, and also, we try as much as possible to see how we can be able to domesticate some of the solutions we are having, to see the need for us to explore opportunities, whereby creating the support structure around young people, which we believe are the present and as well as the future. I'm happy today I had a special guest who accompanied me, my good friend, come over. He's a blockchain enthusiast who has started developing applications as well. So today, because we have a handshake with Base University because we're trying to do something unimaginable, to see the need for us to promote young, successful blockchain developers, promote use cases around different solutions. We're going to look at, because we're going to look at different use cases and different verticals, from what my partner mentioned, credential system, identification system, which is a very major problem in the emerging economy. A lot of students have in cases when they travel abroad, they want to go to school, they find it difficult to be able to compare and contrast their school certificates. The other institution will be finding it difficult to reach their own institution. A lot of issues, delays, and what have you. A lot of fake certificates are flying up and down. Lack of verification methodology to be able to ascertain who owns what has been a very major headache. Also, the second use case around land identification and property management. It's a huge crisis, not only in Nigeria. We have cases in different countries, from family to governments to communities, having duplicate and confusing scenarios about even the system. The government doesn't understand who owns what and who is where. So we're happy to see the need for us to be able to identify some of those challenges, because we know we can solve our problem internally. Be it whether security, any problem we be able to identify, we can utilize the power of blockchain to solve those problems. And we're happy to be here because Base University is a very frontliner university which has a big vision to see how to take big steps in order to be one of the frontrunners in Africa, because we're setting up a blockchain center of excellence in this institution, which we're going to train, first of all, which are our primary responsibility, Base students and Base lecturers, that staffs, to be able to understand how they can use blockchain in different use cases. We're also planning to also launch an exchange, just like my partner mentioned, Callistos, because we understand the transaction part of blockchain. It's a very interesting space that a lot of millions of dollars have been going in and out of this country without the system knowing. So we want to also be part of that. Let's see how we can have something our own, for us by us, to be able to launch and manage and utilize and also earn from it. That's very critical to us. And this will also help us also to take a step further to see how we can be able to support immediate communities. The people in around Abuja, like this, my young friend, is not a student of Base University, he's in secondary school, but he's passionate among the first early stage participants to be able to equip themselves with the right skills in the blockchain space. Blockchain is not a job of the future, it's a job of the present. So the earlier the better. Be you are a developer, you're an enthusiast, you're a tech lover, this is an opportunity and time for you to be able to combat your strengths, combat your skills, to come and learn, to understand the different terminologies, ask questions, and have use cases to build on, to build your capacity and learn from it. So we're happy to welcome you anytime once we roll out, because there are several courses that are going to be, because we're integrating some of the curriculum into it. And additionally, we added some flavor which has to do with artificial intelligence, because we've seen that blockchain and AI work hand in hand. And there's so much spaces in different ecosystems, in different industry, that AI will take over jobs very soon. So we want to train students of this institution and also friends of the institution to build their capacity around AI so that they can be able to compete in the emerging world. Thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to see how best we can be able to build more capacity and do much more. Is there any question from the audience, please? Question from the audience? Okay.
So Mr. Callistus mentioned proof of stake and proof of work as a protocol for protecting against this malicious tactics in like, let's say blockchain for banking. So how do you see us implementing such protocol, democratizing like data and other like sectors, let's say education or health, and still have like protection against people that might abuse the network?
So the blockchain network is set up, like I said, you have so many nodes participating, right? Now, and that's what we call, there's the whole idea of paying miners a fee, right, is to make sure that only the honest nodes are allowed to form a block. So, because you have, think about it, you want to go change data, for example, and you're on block, let's say 3,000, block number 3,000. So you're going to go back up to 2,000, 1,000, and go change values on them. It's practically not possible. And if it's only computation, no problem. Like somebody asked me this question one time, say, what am I to use quantum computer? Won't it be fast enough to do that? I didn't give a straight answer then, but I better talk through it. If you need to have a quantum computer, what will a quantum computer do? It's about computation, right? To go and change anything on the network, you have to normalize the speed of that network, isn't it? At that point, you lost the whole leverage of being a quantum computer. Just like what happened with Isaac Newton, F equals ma, force equals mass. It works. Put an equal, it works. But if you go to atomic world and you apply a force, you already know the mass. You now see that acceleration is different. That's why they have to find a new physics, the SIK with relativity. And now there's a math that if you're in atomic world, yeah, it works. That's the mathematics. When you go to the macro world, if you normalize, right? So it's set up so that to be able to go back and change the whole record before, what happens sometimes is, let's say some nodes, we're able to change few nodes, okay? And this one is okay, yeah, you now go to the other one. The majority of the other nodes still have the original business. So what will happen eventually is that once they find out that around those timestamp and hashing, once the hashing doesn't correspond, that node, those ones will be discarded. And the original nodes, the true nodes, the honest node will continue. If you look at Satoshi's paper, he used the word honest about 15 times. 15. The word honest. And that's what characterizes the blockchain. So bad actors really, can't get along.
But how do you protect it from those people who, are malicious? So in blockchains, for instance, you have proof of work where you have to keep hashing, you have to be a hasher to be able to validate the transaction.
Yes.
So let's say you have blockchain for education. How do you take out the central authority like the Ministry of Education and still allow, like educators and institutions to give validation for data?
Oh, okay. I mentioned someone about credentialing on IT, for instance. You trust there are three parties. You have the issuer, person that issues it. You have the subject, person that owns the data. And you now have the verifier, somebody that you want to say, hey, this is it and that, right? First of all, you that are trying to verify, you have to trust the issuer. That's the first step. And remember, since this is a central, the blockchain is central, like the data is accessed by all the parties in there. So yeah, somebody can put the wrong data, but that's just putting the wrong data, right? And I know there's the case to use IoT for most of the logins that goes on the blockchain, Internet IoT. So where you have little human intervention in putting those data. So if a university say, hey, you are first class, when you are not first class, well, it's on that university. You get what I mean? I mean, there's nothing you could, because they say, hey, this is it, right? But again, if all your credential has gone through the blockchain also, somebody can also look up, hey, look at your GC, look at that, and how do you end up in this class? Because in the blockchain, once it's there, it's there. And what happens actually, what you actually store in the blockchain itself, you don't store large files here. Remember, a ledger is just 1 megabyte. So what happens is, for the material itself, you can store in IPFS, interplanetary file servers, right? And now have a hash of that document. Is the hash that you store in the blockchain. So all you have to do is just check out that hash, and if it's there, that is it. I wouldn't know if I clear that at all.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you. So this concept of metaverse coming in right now with the entry of Facebook, and a lot of companies already planning, like Microsoft, Roblox is already there, Unity, Unreal Engine, So for people like us who are businessmen but not the technology savvy, what is our stake? What should we do right from today so that we are there at the right time? Second, for the kids like Arun, who's tech savvy, who wants to get into as soon as possible and develop, create some assets there to generate value later on. And then third question is what your company Domineum is doing for Nigeria, that the Nigerian ecosystem is developed, because when we see Nigeria in terms of IT, we are still lagging behind most of the countries, and we are there. So we want the Nigeria to be going to that level where we get all the resources available on ground rather than moving to another country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. For the metaverse, is the big players that are dominating right now. I mean, the really, really big players. Because, so what we can do actually is to benefit out of it for now. You could look at all these metaverses, what are their potentials, right? All of them have their token, their governance token, which is available to the public. So one way would be to just get into that, their governance token. A few of them are doing great now. Is it Sand recently, just from, was it about 0 point something? All of a sudden, as of today, Sand is on $7 US. Yeah, we have Gala also. Gala from 0 point something is way there. So one thing just could be to look at the data coming out, what's going on and all stuff like that. And you get into it now that it's early, and you will really be much later, right? Okay. So other than that, it's just the big players that are doing the whole show. They sold the real estate in Metaverse recently for, I can't remember how much.
$10 million.
Exactly. They sold everything. So come on. And so for people like, I missed one question they made, there's another question they asked.
It's for the kids like
For people like you, yes, he's doing a lot already, thanks to you with that. Look at where he is, because there's one thing about blockchain, it's developing. We are not there yet. We don't know how it will go. That's the truth. I'm just doing the bit I can do. Nobody is a big expert right now, because eventually the rules, how it's going to happen, is still going. We are saying we are part of it, we're trying to shape it. Okay? Government is saying that clamping down on blockchain related stuff. Well, I don't know, but we need to, hey, let me just tell you this. There was a time I tried to register one company, there was a blockchain on it. And blah, 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 after the whole thing, they approved everything, I paid all the payment, and they said, hey, there's a blockchain in this thing, we can't register it. What's wrong with something having blockchain? Blockchain is not, they say, oh, blockchain is the basis of cryptocurrency. And central bank don't want cryptocurrency. Therefore, you know what I mean? But there are lots of solutions you could do on blockchain. So we are hoping that as we are now, we should be able to put, up our voice, advise the regulatory authorities. Look at, even in the US, they are still setting up panels and meetings to decide how it will go. In fact, US, they are not even enthusiastic in releasing a CBDC yet. Russia, the same thing. Almost all the countries, they are coming on their pay. Where is this thing going? So for people like them, you see that they will be in the forefront of to shape where it is going. And yeah.
So I just want to add something. I think you mentioned. Thank you. So he's right. The direction, and it's just like a breeze that is coming up, and people are still learning and understanding how it is. But that's why we're here, to engage the government, to engage organizations, to sensitize them, to educate them, to let them understand the possibilities, let them understand the advantages. Because a lot of them have this kind of mindset around blockchain. When they hear blockchain, just feel it's crypto. But they don't understand that that's just the financial part. It's like a protocol, just like the way you have your Android phone, your Apple phone. You can use this protocol to be able to do different applications. So most importantly, for you who is in the e-health, you need to see how do you migrate some of your data of your products on blockchain, because that's where everyone is going to align, because people want to understand how trustworthy it is, how do they authenticate, how do they verify it, because if it's going to give them a conflicting result and something that they're going to doubt, then you might have issues. But when they know it's on a trusted platform, they will now believe and also know that it's coming from a reliable source. Additionally, for the future, we're asking what's the plan for Domineum? Part of the plan is to come closer to the people. That's why we're here. We don't want to stay on the side like a company who is talking about how to make money. We want to create impact. We want to solve problems. We want to come closer and see how we can be part of the process, how we can be able to help the process grow. That's why we're here. So we don't want to be like any other company that's, oh, we're doing very well, we're making money, and it's not about the money, it's about solving problems. That's the most important part for the union. That's why we came in here, because the academic environment is a launch pad. And we're going to create a community around blockchain, present and future, whereby we'll have blockchain for beginners. We have different programs that we've already articulated in the university that's going to be suited to the curriculum for every layer, be you beginner, be you advanced, and what have you. So it suits you based on your preference and based on your capabilities and skills. So we're very happy to see how we're going to expand this relationship and also build this community, make it wider so that we can reach out beyond Africa. Because here we're not Dominion, we're more or less like base, because we are working hand in hand to solve this problem. Because our vision align with this institution, that is why we came closer to them so that we can be able to help create and solve this problem. We're going to create opportunities. When we solve problems, we create opportunities. So most importantly, solving the problem. That's all we're here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you put your hands together for Domineum and welcome. Thank you so much for that brilliant presentation.